How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all well. Welcome back to my stream of Ace Attorney. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm sorry I haven't streamed in a long while. Let's just say there was a lot of personal stuff going down in my life at the time, and I had to take care of a lot of things before I can get back to streaming, but I'm glad that I'm back to it. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all well. Was playing Cadence of Hyrule before this game's crazy addicting. Oh man, I really want to pick up Cadence of Hyrule. The only issue I have right now is that don't have the money at the moment. If I had, I definitely want to pick it up sometime. I might even stream it if anybody would be interested in that. But aside from that though, how about we continue with Turnabout Goodbyes, where we last left off. We finished off the second day of the fourth trial. Now, it's time for day 3. Let's see how this turns out for us. Hey Cyrus, long time no see. How you doing, my man? Alright, so let's get started, shall we? December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. And aw, it's no longer my birthday, guys. Yes, my birthday lasted like 3 weeks. Alright. Hopefully, I can remember the details of case 4 so I don't accidentally screw up a lot of logic issues that I don't remember because it's been such a long time since I streamed this. But it should be fine though. Oh, here's the real issue now. Can I remember the voices I did for all the characters? Alright, I'm just gonna have to wing it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Karma? Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Oh God, we're up to objection count 77? I don't even remember our last count, but apparently it was 77. I've been debating who I want to use for your first playthrough of Trials of Mana. I got the mana collection several days ago. I'm no closer to making up your mind. Oh, good luck with that. I haven't picked that up myself yet either, but I definitely want to try play the Mana series. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Oh, hey Glaze, how you doing? Long time no see. Very well, no opening statements, so. Oh, well, speaking of ejections, that's another one for the count. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. That was a long-ass meaningful pause, Von Karma. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Can you imagine if there was actually an in-game timer of 3 minutes, and if you weren't able to convict him in 3 minutes, Miles automatically gets convicted? That'd be insane. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Ooh. So, okay, so I shared this with you guys before. I do know the spoilers of case 4, so, unfortunately, I kind of already know the mystery behind the boat shop owner. So, hopefully I can do it justice here. There's literally a boss fight in Trails to Azure where a real-time clock is running even during the back attack. I think you told me about that before, Burnside. Witness, state your profession. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yup, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. I still haven't heard who this old guy is. Well, yeah, we don't know his name. Give us an objection there. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Double objections. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. That's not how that works. I'm pretty sure Burbslide can back me up on that one. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. No! We need to know his name! Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure, yup. What do you mean? My memory, Your Honor. Witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Yes, a lawyer cannot skip judicial procedure to fill an arbitrary prediction by said lawyer. Man, who would have guessed? You can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Okay, I have a legitimate question about this. If you call in an amnesiac that can recall an incident related to a case, is that amnesiac worthy of being a witness, though? Because, like, maybe the witness... I mean, objectively, technically, he should be allowed to testify since he can present his own viewpoint, but he doesn't remember anything else about the situation, so he might... I guess that's unbiased, kinda? I don't know, it just feels weird. Remember, Von Commer said he's forgotten everything but the last few years. There are different kinds of memory disorders. I guess? Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? Witness testimony, the night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yup. I was in the restaurant, I read boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang, yup. I like how the bang is actually the same sound effect as the gavel sound effect. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Do you not want to elaborate on who the man is? Really? I mean, really? You're not going to elaborate who the man is? Okay, whatever. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for a cross-examination. Who was the man? Is this how Von Karma was able to win every single one of his cases? By being a colossal moron and asshole? Besides, there are only, well, not entirely being a moron, but more like making other people behave like morons because of his assholishness. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now! Yes. Judge! Judge! Stop letting him bully you around! Good lord! Yes and no. We only get to see him prosecute one other case in a series as a flashback in Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Ooh, really? It's hard to say, but he acts like this there too. Oh yeah, guys, we should totally not cross-examine our witness. No! What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. I gotta say though, I am very confused as to what, I'm very confused as to why the game would offer you to just get a free game over right now. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed! I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination, and I have the murder. You actually don't game over. My insists you cross-examine. Yeah, I figured, you know, I was going to question whether or not the game was actually going to force me into a game over if I just decided to say no, though. I know plenty of games that do that. It was the night of 24, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant where I read bows, blah, blah, blah. Heard a bang, blah, blah, blah. Look out the window. Heard another bang. Let me take a look at my evidence. It's been a while, so I need to go double check a few of these things. Faces the lake. Time of death, sometime on the 24th or 25th. Shot from approximately 1 meter away. Taken on 25th at 12:15. Taken at 11:50. Wait a second. There had to be another gunshot at 11:50 then. That's unrelated at the moment. Gordy's unrelated. Overhead map. Unrelated at the moment. Ballistic markings match the murder weapon's barrel. Unrelated. Fired 3 times, but what was the third firing? I can believe that the gun was fired twice on the lake. The question is, I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. 2 after midnight? 2 after midnight, but this one was taken at 11:50. Huh. Unrelated. File on the DL6 incident. I don't think there's anything related to this, is there? No, I don't think it's related at the moment. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. Photograph of the scene of the murder. Okay, that's unrelated. Let me take a look at the what his testimony was. Night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant, blah, blah, blah. Heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw both, heard another bang. Tell us about the man. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog is pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please, add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. I believe he was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Excuse you? Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! That Edgeworth boy! Oh dear. That's not good. So, out of curiosity, Was the boat owner a drunk in the original version of Ace Attorney? Because I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out he was actually a massive drunk. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On Karma, he lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. You're pretty sure he wasn't a drunk in the original? Really? Huh. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the case, but fair enough. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Oh man, I have no idea what to do here. Let's get another quick save going. I'd like to raise an objection, but I'm not, you know, I'm going to go for it. Why not? The reason he acts like that is a spoiler you're aware of. Okay, so that's the reason. All right. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly! That is easily explainable. He got wiped his prints after he fired. Are you ignoring the truth of the matter here? Excuse you. How are you? Okay, someone who's more familiar with forensic science, please explain this to me. Is it actually possible to have fingerprints on a weapon and only wipe away the fingerprints that you want to wipe away? Like, what would you do here? Would you like fire with your left hand and then wipe clean the left hand's fingerprints and then put right hand fingerprints on it afterwards? Is that what you do? Because I'm kind of questioning the logic behind that. I'm not sure if that is plausible or not. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. I think Von Karma is implying Edgeworth is just that stupid, yes. Okay. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise another objection? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead," but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a courtroom of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I object to your objection of the objections. I object to the objection. I object to the objection. I object to the objection. I mean, that's this series in general, isn't it? I don't know what to do anymore. Please. You hear me, sis? Please? Need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes were perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Well, technically, the trial has gone on for 3 days. So if you want to factor in the trial days of the other days of the trial, it's gone way longer than 15 minutes in my personal opinion. Oh, hey, Orion, how you doing? Only foolish fools object to the foolish objections that only foolish fools object to. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. I think he's conked out for a while now. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Fuck! Did I screw up? Should I have just let it go? Should I have just let it go? Nor is there any need for any more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for a misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! Huh. This courtroom finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Oh no, did I game over? No! I got a game over! Damn it! The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month of today's date. Man, this is just as awful as the ending of Persona 5. That is all. This court is adjourned. Well, I screwed up, guys. Oh, hello. Wait. Who was that just now? Huh? Ah! Larry! Oh, the Butts is here! And he's ready to flash it all! What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me! I was there! In the park, the night of the murder! Oh my god, did Larry just save us? Thank you, Dirt Dog. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot! I heard it too! I completely forgot that Larry was there. It's been so long since I streamed the game, I completely forgot that Larry was there on the night of the murder. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided! I call for adjournment. One moment, Miss Von. So, you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did! A gunshot! That night! I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Ermsai is definitely here, so he could answer that question for us. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. It's unconstitutional. You know, I wasn't intentionally trying to flub up but that is something Larry would be bad at mispronouncing, I think. Bogsville, yes, I have been declared guilty, thank you. Also, welcome to the stream. I'll testify, let me testify! Order, order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. It could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right, okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now, in this courtroom, show us the butts. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. Okay, just as a heads up, I pretty much finished the entire Ace Attorney franchise, so I hope to, what I hope to do is just look back at all these scenes and find all the little pieces of humor. Oh, that's no problem, man. Absolutely. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of stuff that contradicts like future events and stuff like that. I'm just not aware of any of it. By the way, even though a surprise witness like this would be illegal, this would be grounds for an appeal. So as a practical matter, a judge would allow it after going through proper processes, most likely. All right, fair enough. In order to make sure no mistakes have been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I assume you also played Ace Attorney Investigations 2 as well, Bogsville, rather. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Woo! And then confetti flies down everywhere. Oh, you played both? Nice. I haven't played any, I've only played the 3DS Ace Attorney game, so this is my first time through the original trilogy. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? You're going through a second game. Funny enough, you never played Case 3 from that game. How are you able to play every other case afterward? How are you able to do Case 4 of that game then? It's crazy how you can piece together the chronology of the cases in the entire franchise since the Great Ace Attorney. Well, I assume the Great Ace Attorney takes place before everything, doesn't it? It takes place in the 19th century, doesn't it? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. All right, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh boy. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Edge of your seat? Edge? Okay. Huh. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're worth sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right! And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Hmm? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What is that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand why that happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. I don't think there's I don't think there's ever been one like that in the history of ever. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. I don't think you can actually do that in a real trial. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. I don't know about you, but I'm clearly perfect. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right? Leave it to me! Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. What does this say about our last chance when it all relies on a butt? On camera to even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake and I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to press the hell out of butts, aren't I? All right, here we go. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry! I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Press on into the butts. Okay, night out on the boat on the lake. What time? Something wrong, Mr. Wright. There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? We're going to feature all kinds of butt quotes into the Nightbot, aren't we? Oh, it was after 11 when I was out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. I'm not gonna bother pressing that one. Actually, why not? Screw it. Let's press him for shits and giggles. Looking for something? Yeah! Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. Dad, this is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Thank you, Burmside. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Okay, when did you finish doing this then? Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. So I guess it was around 12. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face! Don't give us that face, Larry. I'm not some kind of human sundial, okay? People use his watches these days, Larry. Well, I use my smartphone, but that's irrelevant. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over a lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wait a second, I completely forgot he actually said this. It was after midnight and he didn't see a boat. That is true. That's a good point, Burnside. Wasn't there a lake on the... What? Wasn't there a lake on the boat? Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. Not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important detail of this case. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. You know what? I don't blame Larry for wanting to go home. If he heard gunshots, I'd run home too. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick. There's a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. Wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Well, we already figured out what the contradiction is. It's the fact that he only heard one gunshot. Single gunshot. Now the question is, what do I present? Do I present the pistol because it was fired 3 times? Do I present the photo that was taken? No, that shouldn't be it. I don't think Lada's camera is relevant anymore. I heard 2. Yeah, maybe we should present Lada's disposition. Yeah, she heard 2 gunshots. Let's present that. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lada Hart testified yesterday she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? No, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. No. Larry, no. No? No? So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? No. Yeah. No. Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure? How can you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. What? Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Order, and stop that booing. No, boo this man, boo. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to their radio. What's the big deal? Does anyone actually listen to radio in this day and age? I think more people listen to Spotify. Yes, I know when this game came out. Give me, don't worry. Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Yes! Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Potts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Oh, that might be really relevant actually. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Is Japan considered a free country? I actually don't know. I think it is. I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Yeah, be sure to eat your burgers, Apollo. Japan is worth $7.99. Oh, wow, I can't wait to buy all of Japan. I can be the ultimate weeb then. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Objection! Wait, Your Honor! The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Yeah, that might actually be super relevant. Excuse me? DJ? Yeah, that's a character from Street Fighter. An announcer! The guy who says things on the radio! Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Here we go. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. What happened with your girlfriend? So you turned on the radio? Right. I just want to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there, alone on Christmas Eve, alone. I know that feel. I know that feel, Larry. Huge mood. Oh God, we hit 90 on the objection counter? Good Lord. I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Potts, how loud was your radio set to that night? I was listening to it real booming loud like. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know? And you had headphones on? Yup. I wouldn't think you would hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. What did she say? Wow, Phoenix, that's real presumptuous of you. Maybe it was a male DJ. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Kalmer has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care because the DJ might say what time it is. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? I really hate it when I'm smarter than the characters in the game. don't ask, Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real Thank you, Larry. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. Phoenix! Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Come on, let's get to that testimony. There we go. Almost Christmas. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the full face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily, says the man that's currently sweating on stream. Thank you. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. And? Judge, how do you not know the obvious? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Boom! That! Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve! That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard, he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. See what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Mrs. Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor! Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him! Suspicious. Listen, just because it stinks, you can't always blame the butts. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Oh, hey, Lake. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, my man? Right now, I'm just trying to figure out why it wasn't Christmas when it was almost Christmas. I do think Larry's right, but who fired the gun? Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Yeah, I totally do. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Oh no, guys! I don't know what to present. What do we do? Here you go. Look at this graph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct! It was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Therefore, not Christmas. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, what does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them. Sacre bleu, how could this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. A camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? By the way, what is the objection count now? Have we surpassed 100 yet? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Oh, we're really close to 100 objections. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Unlike me right now. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? That one I'm actually not 100% on. I know the pistol was fired 3 times, but that doesn't really give us a timestamp, do we? Oh boy, here we go. Please show the court evidence if you have any. Well, of course you know the answer. You played this game. Is it because the pistol fired 3 times? Okay, I'm just going to bite the bullet and take it. Get it? Bite the bullet. Okay. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Oh, I think I actually guessed right. Oh, don't worry about it. I think I got it. Don't worry about it. Bogsphere. Bogsville. Oh my goodness, I keep mispronouncing your name. I am so sorry about that. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, oh no. This is the point where the judge actually knows what he's talking about, isn't it? This leaves me wondering what exactly did happen that night on the lake. Oh shoot, I thought he was actually going to say something really witty and clever. Exactly! If this is the truth, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 5 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick.
Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! Huh? I remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had that same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. Are they saying that the victim was killed before midnight? I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? I mean, to be fair, we've been running on hunches throughout this entire game so far. Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Oh, I'm gonna say all the fishiest things. It's going to be the most fishy of fish, smelly of fish, anchovies. Why do I love quoting SpongeBob out of nowhere? I think that's actually in the quote bot somewhere. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness photograph. Lake, what's it like having a boat on you? The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the gunshot party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15 after midnight. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain why the two men who the two men on the boat are. I mean, it's obviously Edgeworth and the murderer. If Hammond was already dead by this point, the only person who could be there is Edgeworth and the murderer. Edgeworth probably didn't realize it was the murderer. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, God, can I just say I freaking love this music? I need a Smash remix of this song. He assumed the guise of, you know what would be amazing? If the cornered music started playing during Phoenix's final smash if he was in Smash Bros. If Phoenix Wright is in Smash Bros, it'd be amazing if cornered music started playing during his final smash. That'd be the greatest thing in the world. Anyway, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and Med Edgeworth, yeah. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Ludicrous speeds! Mr. Wright, what's the name of the murderer then? The murderer's name?
Right, it's,
Oh shit. Really? We're allowed to say we don't know? We're allowed to say that? Okay, yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Oh. Oh. Oh, snap. He knows. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. Gumshoe for smash, please. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Wow, the game doesn't even give me the chance to try to guess him. They just straight up have me just guess I don't know. All right. I'm sorry, Lake. I would have guessed Lotta Hard if you really wanted me to. My bad, man. I'll do that. I'll try to read the chat before I make a selection next time. Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. I'm currently doing a playthrough where you purposely pick all the wrong answers first. Nice. I love doing that sometimes with certain games. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he couldn't meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Dude, can you imagine if we blamed Lotta Hart for being the murderer and she was out in the gallery and she was like, Sam's Hill, boy, you seriously blaming me for this? Objection. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Have we hit 100 objections yet? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. Aw, man, 5 more objections, everybody. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? Case 3-2 lets you accuse a specific wrong person, but the game actually gives you their alibi if you do this. It never comes up otherwise. Oh, really? Well, if I ever stream that case, do remind me about that so I can pick it. The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please, tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Oh snap, did they actually have a situation like this back then? I thought this was a new thing that was only featured in the 3DS games. You know, like how all the cases in the 3DS games usually always had you making, basically presenting the actual case in your head? I thought that was only a 3DS thing. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Oh, we dunk on Rampa now? Oh snap, so the mastermind behind this is Junko? But no, we can't make a comic yet. We also have to play the improved Hangman's game, the Hangsman game. How are we supposed? We can't make a comment quite yet. This was around 11:50. Oh, so bone on the meat, right? Or is it meat on the bone? That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. On the meat bone! And then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out. No. We had to get on the lake in the boat, not get in the boat on the lake. See? I know what I'm talking about. This would be about when I would flash the pointing at head meme on stream, but I unfortunately do not have that prepared for you guys. Sorry about that. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Obviously, the boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Obviously to create a witness, right? I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. Wouldn't the murderer need to swim back? Wouldn't someone see that? Clearly he found the real Gordy in Gourd Lake, and Gordy carried him back to shore. And because Gordy is a mythical creature, he had magic invisibility powers to avoid being spotted. That's exactly how that works. Or Burnside's explanation, that works too. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. That's a hell of a method. This is what happened, Your Honor. Okay, I have a few questions. How is it that Hammond's body didn't bleed all over the boat when he brought the boat back out to throw the body into the lake? I assume Hammond's body would be bleeding all over the place. Wouldn't the police have noticed the boat that was stained with blood? I assume he probably got it cleaned real well, but still. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. Boat caretaker, quickly! I guess his body was probably wrapped up. I guess that works. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, whom probably ran away in fear, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. God damn it, I knew it. Why do you not have security guards on this? You would think that witnesses would, you know, have security guards keeping watch on him at all times. Just saying. I assume since it was Christmas, Hammond must have been wearing multiple layers of clothing. It must have absorbed all the blood before it stained the grounds. Well, there's also that possibility too. That's a good point. What? What should I do? Find him quickly! We cannot allow him to get away! Seriously, how many times has witnesses escaped from the freaking court? Sir Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. Search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Von Karma looks like he's ready to kill me. Kill me, kill the judge, maybe kill Maya while he's at it. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. I think that's the case. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I wanted to tell you to get it off my chest, but... You love us? Oh my god, guys. Edgeworth totally loves Phoenix. I guess I can't make up my mind. Kappa Pride, man. Kappa Pride. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. To be continued. Bum, bum, bum. All right, let's see what you got for us, Miles. December 27th, 2:11 p.m., blah, blah, blah. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Memory of a crime that I committed. Memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he never takes someone's life. Never! Nick? Yo, how's everyone doing? Hey, talks about memories of murder? Nah, let's focus on the happy-go-lucky shit with butts. What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on! Tell me the truth! It was like love at first sight, right? Larry, she's 17. Wait like a year at least. Right, Nick? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on! I saved Edgeworth in there, dude! Edgy! You also kind of saved our butts too, but whatever. You guys should be bowing before me! Yeah! Bow before your hero! Can I ban Larry from my chat? Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. That's a lot of laughs. But seriously, Nick. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. Wow, Larry got serious all of a sudden. Initiate ban Larry.exe. Thank you, Dirt Dog. Much appreciated. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? From where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, you can really know he's telling the truth about that night. Nick? I don't know. What I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Aww, Maya, not me. Oh, I'm sorry, Maya. Why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment! Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? I mean, you guys only knew each other for 1 year of school. I don't think that's really enough to get to know someone, is it? And this was back in grade school. People freaking change in adolescence, guys. He saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. My throat's going to be destroyed by the end of this, aren't I? It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. Oh boy. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. They blamed me for the death of Sayaka. It's because she wrote the numbers 1337 on the wall, but little did they realize it actually said Leon. A class trial? Yeah, the judge was a Monokuma bear.
Boo hoo hoo.
You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Ah, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget though. We're out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, you thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So, the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant.
I didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah! Blah 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 blah. How dare you murder my classmate!
Now, oh man, if I can replicate a Monokuma voice, I would totally give the teacher a Monokuma voice right now. Man, can I do a Monokuma voice? I'll try.
No, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right, ooh-poo-poo. In the end, even the teacher thought—
Oh, sorry, that was Phoenix. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix. It's time for punishment.
I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the kid whose money had been stolen was sitting. Phoenix Wright's execution. Endless objections. That's when it happened. Oh, that's a hell of a surprise objection. I wasn't expecting that. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? I'm suddenly imagining Byakuya from Danganronpa standing up for us, and that is really surreal. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? Oh. It was Edgeworth's money. Tell him, Naegi. Or tell him, Phoenix. No, that's wrong. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money and I was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, hey.
This is always how it goes. Everybody gang up and picking up on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself.
Wow, that's a hell of a teacher. I don't know any teacher who would actually do that. Well, at least the teachers I had. I'm sure there's plenty of a bunch of nice teachers out there that would do that. This class trial is over. But, what about the execution? That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well. I was just lucky that I took the day off from school.
Wait. Wait. What? How was he in the classroom if he took the day off from school? What? If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. What? Or was the trial held on a different day? I assume the trial was held on a different day?
So, I took it kind of personally, you see.
When something smells, it's usually the butts. Oh, the trial was the next day? Okay, I didn't realize. So what happened after the trial? Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of the Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Isn't this the case for most of the prosecutors in this series? No, seriously. Out of all the prosecutors I know of the Ace Attorney series, isn't it always that they forge evidence or they would get a guilty verdict at any cost? I feel like that's what they describe every prosecutor in this series. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. Usually no, actually. Really? I'm actually surprised about that. They even retcon Edgeworth's forging? Really? I wonder when they retcon it. Was it in Investigations? That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. Next game even? Okay, fair enough. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa, Nick! So is that why you helped me out for free?
We helped him out for free. Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. But what's this about free? Except I don't remember saying I do it for free. Yeah! Excuse me? We don't collect any money, do we? Good lord. Aw, Nick!
Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth. If it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. It very well may be. Okay, can someone confirm to me, did we actually get paid for case 3? I don't think we ever got paid for the Steel Samurai case, did we?
There's that rental boat shop caretaker.
The series never covers this? Okay, so we never know if we actually got paid for case 3.
We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. How much did we have to clean out? Oh wow, we cleaned out a ton. So Larry, what do you think about my fancy badge I got here?
Woohoo! I was hot out there. Hot!
I'm glad someone's happy with how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him. All right, probably should head over to the detention center and meet up with Miles. You always assumed that the big clients' names were the ones that paid big enough to not worry about that much. It would include Powers and Edgeworth, I think. What? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Powers did actually pay us. I'm not sure if Edgeworth is going to pay us though. Magic shows are the ones covering the bills, excuse you? Also, pardon me for a moment, guys. All right, I'm back. Detention Center, December 27th, visitors. You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
The logic for Edgeworth paying is that there's no way his pride would let him not pay. Meanwhile, Larry is happy to skimp out on all the bills. Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Also, Sayaka was murdered by a guy named Leon. He got executed by being shot with 1 billion baseballs? Ring any bells?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Suing your client for unpaid bills is one of the few exceptions to attorney-client privilege. I mean, that's fair. They're skipping out on you paying bills, of course.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Miss Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but... Welcome back, Dirt.
I think you changed too.
I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth. Why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
My father was taken from me, and you wanted me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes. A man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. Had to be the shooter. Any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. Okay, can someone confirm to me? I think I asked this several weeks ago, but Yanni Yogi is not a pun, right? That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound of mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my name. I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma, though? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. The Japanese name was the names of two poets because he was originally going to speak in prose, but this was dropped, so the name is a relic. The English name, however. Yogi is a practitioner of yoga, a discipline commonly associated with meditation in the absence of worldly pleasures. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. He even beds women perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unresolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Is there anything worth presenting to him? I read that this game was also a critique of Japanese law systems. Yeah, that's actually 100% true. If I recall correctly, it was actually the 99% guilty rate was actually a fact in Japanese law trials, I believe. No, I think that's actually pretty accurate to the Japanese law systems. Yeah, Skylar, how you doing? You made it in time for sad Edgeworth time. In fact, I was about to present Edgeworth a photo of his dead father. Hey, Edgeworth, what do you think about this photo of your dead father?
Nick, no! That's a photo of his father! Don't show him that!
I'm the best person in the world, guys! I'm such a good person! You're right. Now's probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it?
Nothing. Nothing.
Huh. Hey guys, do you think I should show Miles a picture of his dead dad again? Quick, show him your badge again? Yeah, I'm down. What do you think of my badge? Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that. Aww. Alright.
I don't think there's anything else to actually show him,
So I think we're going to move on. There's nothing else to talk about as well, so yeah, we're just going to move on. Okay, I don't know. Roseburg? December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. He's out again.
When does he work anyway?
Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. All right, nothing here. I don't see anything worth examining either. Oh, hey! Would you look at that? Mr. Grizz from Splatoon 2 Salmon Run is here. All right, moving on. I guess we'll go to see Gumshoe in Criminal Affairs? December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gone back yet. Oh my god, no one is here! Also, I just realized, is that bald guy behind the computer, Prosecutor Payne? Yeah, isn't that Payne behind the computer over there? I might be wrong, but it looks like him. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. Boat shop caretaker. Modern day Payne just looks generic. I guess that's probably the case. Why would Payne be in the police department? I mean, he is a prosecutor, isn't he? He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Well, there's nothing to do here then. Gourd Lake we go. December 27th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. Hey, pal, long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, yeah? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Don't you mean rip your tie in half? How do you snap a tie in half? Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. You tell him, Gumshoe, you're the real hero. Why can't more police officers be like Gumshoe? You know, who actually tries his best. His tie is that dirty and crusty. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gumshoe doesn't shower all that often. Or do laundry all that often. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. You do your job, Gumshoe!
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today.
The woods?
Where Lotta was camping. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Okay. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. All right, well, we won't head for the woods, but we might as well head over to the beach, I guess. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. The park ranger supersede police, got it. I mean, to be fair, the park rangers... Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I don't think the park rangers are capable of superseding the police. The Ace Attorney universe is weird.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
I don't think there's anything worth examining here either. Let's go to the rental shop.
That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
Ahem! I know that clearing of the throne anywhere. Hello! What might you be doing here? What are you doing here? Out for a walk. The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not too sure about that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Oh, I'm sure there's a reason somewhere. I wonder if we can get into the house. Yeah, we can get into the shack. Cool.
Nobody's home. Hello. What? Oh, hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello. What? I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello. What?
All right. Let's take a look what we have around here. Hey, Polly, what you got for us?
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
We are not adopting a pet parrot. Do you know how high maintenance parrots are? You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. That too. Police would know about her anyway. She'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Well, not entirely true. Oh, wait a second. Maybe we can get access to this safe now.
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
I mean, he might be a murderer. We might want to actually investigate that.
Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Wait, Maya just wanted to open the safe just so she could get some money? Maya really is a criminal. Why haven't we turned her into the police yet, guys? Oh yeah, right, because we have bail money on screen for us to bail her out with.
But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
That is a good point. No one has paid us. Unless you count Powers, maybe. And that's a huge maybe.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. Only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. It's a letter from our friends.
There's no name or signature on this thing. I never did change the listen, I'll change it back to RE2 as soon as I finish streaming Ace Attorney. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles. Oh.
Edgeworth? Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth state be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing.
Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting revenge on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know. But it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who would have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Watch as it gets destroyed by being burned. This piece of evidence is going right into the shredder, isn't it? Oh boy, I don't think there's anything else to investigate around here. Let's move. Show it to Von Karma. He won't want to cover that up at all. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's show it to Von Karma. Just like how we decided to show evidence to Red White at Blue Corp. Or, you know, showing evidence to, what's her name? Something Diva from the third case? Yeah, let's keep on presenting all our evidence to, you know, people that we want to indict. Head over to detention center, I guess. Hey, Miles! We found this! What do you think? Edgeworth, see this letter? Hmm? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, Wright, but I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was somebody else behind it.
Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life.
Two men? Meaning myself and Robert Hammond?
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait,
Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident.
well, that's kind of related to my title of the stream, isn't it? Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi? I mean, he is smarter than your average bear.
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Nani Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Godzilla used Earthquake! It was super effective! The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. Okay, someone who's smarter than me answered this for me. I don't think it's actually possible to lose oxygen in an elevator. You used Earthquake in your living dex grinding as you reached that scene. Rip. But yeah, seriously though, I don't think it's actually possible to lose oxygen in an elevator, is it? Like, there should be cracks in the doorway that makes it so you can breathe, right? Yeah, exactly what Phil said. I don't think it's possible for you to suffer from hypoxia. We became unsettled. I mean, you could be unsettled. I can believe that. That I can believe. But the losing of oxygen, I find that suspicious. Like, I've seen several elevators with doorknobs in New York City. That's a good point. It could have been that is true. It could have been a poorly designed elevator. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen! That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. Yeah, what Orion said, there's also vents in an elevator too, like in the ceiling, right? Hell, sometimes I see vents on the floor, like on the wall near the floor. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. It claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed in the court and Yogi was found innocent.
But isn't that strange? This letter tells them to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
I'm going to skip this because we've read this a billion times. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing. In the dark.
Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet, I said. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out! Help! Get us out!
Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen.
I can't breathe.
You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air!
I'll stop you.
What? Where do you? Stop breathing my air! Well, he definitely went insane briefly. That's a fact.
No! Father! He's attacking Father!
Then, I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I picked up the pistol.
Get away! Get away from my father!
Bang. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. What if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. It was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth, you mean?
It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Whew. This is bad.
What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about DL6 incident, maybe.
There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6!
Well, I know exactly who I'm going to see. Hey, Fat Man, what you got for me? Mr. Grossberg! Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding! I can't believe you're not!
My. Just calm down, tell me what happened, hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. Oh.
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. Pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No! I don't believe it!
Yogi was suspected for murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Wait a second.
But no one has brought up DL6 in the trial yet. Why would he put himself in harm's way? Oh, right.
What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he might have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. It's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yeah, Yogi was found innocent. Can I just say, I watched a live-action movie of Phoenix Wright. The spirit medium stuff for when they channeled Gregory Edgeworth, that was actually some freaky-ass shit they did. I wasn't expecting it to be so, creepy, actually. Also, I apologize if any of you heard that. My allergies are kind of kicking in.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it.
So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless. So then why the backlash on Missy Faye? I assume... Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Why was there a backlash on Misty Faye again? Yeah, now that I think about it, why was there a backlash on Misty Faye? Can someone explain that for me? One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. I don't know what else to do. We got all the information we can out of Grossberg. What else is there? But she didn't fuck up the channeling. She did it perfectly. Maybe we should meet up with... Okay, Gumshoe's not there. I don't think he's at the Criminal Affairs Department, is he? No, he's not. Also, I just realized, this dude over here kind of looks like David Tennant's doctor from Doctor Who. Like, he even has the brown, like, it's not a pinstripe suit like his, but that is the general layout of his outfit, just not with the trench coat, and he even has a haircut. It's kind of weird. Anyway, where to now, though, is the question. I don't think there's anything in the park area, is there? Not really. We could examine... Nah, there's nothing to examine for Polly over here. Check the safe again? There's nothing left in the safe. Wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Huh. There's really not much for me to work with around here. Where to, then? Is there anything else to talk to Edgeworth about? Not really. Maybe I have to present the case to Grossberg to get more information. This incident took place 15 years ago, tomorrow. Tomorrow will see the completion of not one but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be eased. I figured it was present the letter to him, but I thought there wasn't really much to say if he already knew about the revenge plot, right? Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. What do you mean by soon enough? What are you suggesting about us, Grossberg? Wait! What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Well, Yadi Yogi didn't write it to himself, and it's obviously not Edgeworth. Well, could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it!
And we are going to show it to Von Karma because we are idiots.
I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself.
What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no! How could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Literally or figuratively?
It happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma.
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow!
Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe!
I've never been to Europe.
Wow.
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. Are you kidding me? Going to Europe would be amazing! In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly.
Von Karma, isn't he German?
Why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. But if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
Excuse me, it's called manslaughter. I know that!
Excuse me.
Manslaughter.
I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence.
I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. Police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. Police materials.
All right, I guess we're heading over to the police department, right?
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late, blah, 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 blah. Still is pounding pavement for real.
We were wondering if we could check out the records room again?
Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. He can go in as long as he's there.
Von Karma?
Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room!
Nick, let's hurry!
Oh boy, he's going to destroy all the evidence in there, isn't he?
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing he isn't here. Oh, he's here. He's going to be here.
On Karma.
Well, this is loose. Might as well check.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says unsolved cases, evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick! The file for DL6! It's completely empty!
Gee, I wonder who emptied it out. What? What are you doing in here? Oh shit, I don't think we have ever actually seen Von Karma in portrait format.
Eek! Von Karma!
You! How do you know my name? Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Maya, as much as I appreciate you being upset with him being an idiot,
still.
Defense team? Ahem, I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. Not necessarily. I wasn't too sure about the third case, to be perfectly honest. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. Oh, so you're basically like M. Bison. Gotcha.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor.
Oh god, do we really want to talk to him? I don't want to talk to him. Can we leave? The game's going to force me to talk to him, is it? Oh boy. The game's going to force me to talk to him. The game's going to force me to talk to him. Crap, okay.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Why are we? I know, listen! Phoenix, this is your 4th ever case! This is your 4th case ever, and you still haven't realized? Don't talk to people you have suspicions about? Guys! Me, a grudge against a mere defense attorney. Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. Phoenix! Please stop talking about this to Von Karma! So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. The game is still going to be forcing me to talk to him, isn't it? Oh god, here we go. The trial will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. That sounds lewd. That sounds very lewd. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, oh wait, that was me. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? Phoenix! Phoenix! God damn it! Okay. Stop imagining lewd things with Von Karma. I can't stop imagining lewd things with Von Karma because I am thinking about his daughter. You're quite the researcher. Phoenix, why do you have to tell him everything? If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Guys, please tell me I'm not supposed to present the letter. Please tell me I'm not supposed to present the letter. Please tell me I'm not supposed to present the letter. I'm supposed to present the letter, aren't I? God damn it. Phoenix, you are a colossal moron. Presenting the letter because the game will progress if I don't. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. Why? Why? This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Oh my. Why would you present this to someone you know orchestrating a murder? Why would you present evidence to the guy in private? Why? Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. Just like you, Phoenix. Why are you giving me your evidence? As he burns the letter with a lighter. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter.
But this is his fourth case leak. His fourth case. 4. He's done this 3 times before. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. You moron! What?
Nick, what is that thing?
That's a hell of a taser. A stun gun for self-defense. Usually. Yes, electrifying counter-argument Von Karma. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. Ugh. Why would you talk about a poor doggo touching an electric fence? 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. No, give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you?
Nick, run!
Maya, no! Maya! No! Well, rip us. Ugh, he got us. You're going to send me a video now that I hit that point of the meme? The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Man, Phoenix, it's almost as if you shouldn't have presented the goddamn letter. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya? Maya, open your eyes! Open your eyes, Maya! You must defeat Calamity Ganon! Maya.
The letter. Did he take it?
Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him.
Oh, Maya, it's not your fault. I'm Phoenix and I are just colossal morons. It's not your fault. We're just idiots.
I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold.
I'm useless. I'll share the video after we finish, at the end of the stream today, Lake.
I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister.
Oh, language in the video? Oh, in that case, I'll just watch it on my own time then. I am trying to avoid swearing more often lately on stream.
Not even now when we needed her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What? What is that? A bullet? EL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Maya saves the day! How dare you, Lake? Get out of here. I remember, Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, still bears clear ballistic markings. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. We got this, guys. We're approaching the end of case 4. Final day. Dawn of the final day. 24 hours remain. This is it. Judgment Day. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday.
Oh, geez. Is that actually possible? Suddenly, the Terminator shows up and passes judgment on Von Karma. I don't think that's how the Terminator works. I'm pretty sure Skynet would probably send the Terminator back in time to kill Phoenix for, like, prevented someone from getting declared guilty. You think the cops aren't in Von Karma's pocket? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of cops just believe Von Karma because he has years of years of seniority over us. Anyway, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Oh, I forgot the Terminator appeared at E3. That's a good point. And don't forget the appearance of the Terminator during the Nintendo E3 Direct. Hooray for the Ginginator! Or how the tasing happened in part of the police. Yeah, that's a good point! How did no one notice the tasing happened in the police department? It's like the record. You know what? That's actually a bigger point, Lake. How did no one notice, like, everyone shouting out from being shocked? Maya and Phoenix clearly screamed. Did no one hear that from the records room? Is the records room, like, soundproof? Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
When I first encountered it, I was like, hello, please. You know what? Fair enough. That's a good point. First played it. Yeah, that's a good point. Why didn't the cops notice? Maya, maybe we should go outside and discharge. Right. Good idea. So, have we confirmed that Maya is an electric type Pokemon yet? Oh no, she's also a spirit medium, so... Okay, would she be a psychic electric type, or would she be a ghost electric type? You guys decide! Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pal! What's gone into that girl? Detective Gumshoe! Morning, Mr. Edgeworth? Good morning. How did it go, Detective? She can't bend spoons, so she's ghost electric. Fair enough. Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Where'd you even find him? Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? Phoenix, tell Gumshoe you got electrocuted. That's a good point! God! Why is everyone so stupid during this? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Oh, by the way, Gumshoe, I got tasered by Von Karma and got my evidence stolen. Do you want to, can you do something about that? All right, December 28th, 10 a.m., let's go. Final day of the trial, guys. This is going to take a while. Lots of tears will be shed. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. And Von Karma is just going to be an asshole as per usual. Fuck off. Prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood.
Come on, don't be awed and silenced by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Okay, keeping up the charade. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe y'all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see? Very well. Please begin your testimony. We do need another objection count. Thank you. Why I left court.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
All right, well, this one's going to be easy to pick apart. The real issue is when Von Karma brings up the DL6 incident. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name.
Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figure I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. Ugh, do I have any evidence that can prove that otherwise? Maybe I should press first before I present anything. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you know you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Ugh. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old cadre's head? It's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. I'm trying to think here. What can I do?
Can I present the parrot? Can I present the parrot now?
Maybe I have to press the motive thing first. How can you say you have no motive? I say you do. Yeah, I figured that it was just going to be more of the same. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. I have proof! Which I, promptly lost. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. God damn it. He can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. To prove he's lying about his memory. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive.
Both of these statements are lies!
Yeah, I guess I just need to press first. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, this is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma!
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
Gregory Edgeworth Yanni.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. I remember watching his cartoons as a young child. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident! I figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Okay, I might be wrong, but I think Von Karma has stolen the 100th objection. Can I get an objection count, please? Yep! Von Karma stole the 100th objection! Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating! However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now. I got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. See, that makes perfect sense.
Uh-huh.
I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. But why? The witness has no fingerprints.
What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burnt my fingers working with stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak! You burnt your fingerprints to hide your past!
Can I just say real fast, though? The burning of the fingerprints in the live-action movie was actually really creepy. Like, it was actually really horrifying to see. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
Dental records! You can prove it with dental records, can't you? No!
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? You can determine someone's identity with their teeth, right? Seems that the case has been decided, no.
No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it.
Because I was an idiot.
But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints.
What do I do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parent. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Let's examine his parent. Oh, here it comes, everybody!
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to!
Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal! Here we go, everybody! Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor! I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parent! Yeah! Let's do it! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce! I object! Objection! I object to your object!
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parent, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
But... well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, if nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes! Let the parent take the stand! Let the parent take the stand! I will cross-examine her, Your Honor! This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Commerce rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. It was my last chance.
At least I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot. I can't believe this. That's quite a bird.
Pretty burb, pretty burb.
Please tell us your name. Name! Oh my god. Judge. Judge. Judge, it's a freaking burb! Witness is ignoring me. Judge, it's a burb! It's a burb! It must hurt to be ignored by a burb. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Who is your owner?
Hello, hello.
Yeah! Best testimony of all time! Certainly the most concise testimony we had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Alright. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Ugh, this was your bright idea. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. Phoenix is a burb! I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Holly, Holly, what's her name? Holly, Holly.
Dog of the bag, how you doing? And yeah, I'm a cross-examining parrot right now. It's a thing. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Yes? Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. Claim that the parrot's name will prove the owner's identity. Now show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... I mean, it's from the file on the DL6 incident, right?
Thank you!
So, when does the case of Luigi versus Luigi happened? After all, he stole his identity.
Thank you for the 16 months of Tier 1 subscriptions, Mega Moose. I really, really appreciate it. As for the case of Luigi versus Luigi, here's the thing though. Luigi came from Luigi. If you need proof about that, just ask Daisy. She has tasted Luigi all the time, every single night. Kappa. Anyway, where was it? This! Right here. Yanni Yogi, age 37, court bailiff, trapped in an elevator and lost. Fiance, Polly Jenkins. Here you go! Get presented! The DL6 case file? That's another objection. I thought this was a PG stream. I'm only allowed to make those jokes. Excuse you, I don't appreciate those kinds of jokes in this whole Christian Minecraft server. Thank you very much. It's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. The objection was it was one of Von Karma's objections. Not case summary. It wasn't victim data. It was suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Objection. Seriously, I think the majority of the objection count has been filled by Von Karma alone. Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. You have a granddaughter? Von Karma has a granddaughter? Huh. He has another. Okay. Gotcha. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiance? She's only 7 years old. Oh. Okay. Oh, this is probably a lie? I wouldn't be surprised if it was a lie, actually. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. We can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what? Huh. Very well, witness. You may continue. All right, well, the obvious thing is just having Maya try to talk to him, right? All right, right, DL6, what have we forgotten? As I recall, 2 days ago. If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove that caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Fuck! They retrained the parrot! Oh shit! I wasn't expecting this! They actually retrained the parrot! Von Karma actually planned for this! Von Karma planned by retraining the parrot! That's not what you're supposed to say!
Forgot something we forgot?
Ah, shit!
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected it. Von Karma set us up! He set us up the burb! He set up the burb! He set up the burb! He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he?
Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything?
He retrained the burb! I'm in shock right now that Von Karma actually thought of that. God damn it.
What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number on that safe. We do know that the safe belongs to Yanni Yogi, right? Huh? The safe? Why? Let's try to get her to say anything, okay? Ollie, what's the number on the safe in the shack? 1228, 122.
Wait a second. 1228! That's December 28th! That's today! That's today! Why, what a reckless parent. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. It's today! It does! Actually, it does. Look how smug Phoenix is looking right now. That's how I'm feeling right now. Ah, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Well, let me double check the DL6 date. Yep, case summary. All right. DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? It's on the case summary page. Case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. The number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that day was to him. See, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. I don't. How many people has set their secret numbers to dates? I kind of feel like that would be a really easy way to bypass, like, passwords. Objection. Ah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. They have to tell you not to set your ATM to your birthday. Von Karma freaking just gave away his PIN number. Well, if you ever... well, I know what I'm doing after this. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing! Yeah, I know it's probably a lie, but it's actually hilarious. This led to a joke theory that Phoenix is living on Von Karma's money. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker to the boat shop. Immediately! Witness. Tell us your name. Objection. Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember! No. It's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. Done. Wow. A complete change of pose. He looks like a completely different character now. Holy crap.
Nick, he looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. I'd like that too, Phil. Yeah, just acting. Good point. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi! So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death. Yes, it's me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. A letter arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. If I may take a brief moment, this was probably my favorite scene from live action Phoenix Wright, because they really went into detail on the pure tragedy of Yanni Yogi's situation. The way they framed how everyone saw him as a murderer and like graffitied his home, his inability to find a job, and finally his wife committing suicide, being unable to take all of it. It was incredibly tragic. It was very heartbreaking for me. It was a hell of a scene. If you guys ever want to watch the live action Ace Attorney movie, I personally really like it a lot. So if you guys like Ace Attorney, I think you guys will really enjoy it as well. So definitely consider that. Yeah, pretty much exactly that, Phil. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get back to it. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. It's the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Confetti! Yeah, we did it! This is not the end. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
God damn it, Miles. It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess! He's gonna say he's guilty! He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DO6 incident! He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad! What do I do? No! The judgment has already passed! I object to Edgeworth's outburst!
Objection!
Double objections!
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. God damn it! That would be Larry. I think we need one more objection. Oh no. No, that was the right number of objections. Never mind. What's the objection count after all that? 108? We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. That's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. And now I know it wasn't a dream. Johnny Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me! Your Honor, I confess my